more like soulless. You know what I mean? You know, because you got the force, you got Delphine there.
Hey everybody, what's up? Coming at you on this Monday afternoon, it's early evening here. Long day at work today. A lot of my day was pretty much fighting with Microsoft Excel. If you work in an office environment, you sort of know what that's like. So I thought I'd just do a really quick unboxing video to talk about the stuff that I got this week, what I'm going to be making or not making. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Just as a quick FYI, this is not sponsored. I am in no way paid to present any of these products or services whatsoever. So this is just my genuine opinion of these particular things. So we'll get started. The first thing I'm going to unbox is my Imperfect food box. So the story behind these guys, let me just move this over here. Well, I don't have my handy dandy candy camera assistant, so we're gonna improvise a little bit. So the story behind Imperfect Foods is that they buy excess overstock grocery that typically would be rejected by the consumer and by supermarkets. So it enables you to actually buy food that is slightly damaged, bruised, or in excess at a much more economical price than you would get at the supermarket. That's sort of like the story behind it. They have more information on their website. So how this works is you can go on their site, perfectfoods.com, and you sign up. There's a little survey that you take, and then you sign up for sort of what you want. You can sign up for produce. They have meat. They have greens. They have different things that you can sort of sign up for, and they'll estimate how much you want based on your family size. So you can do 1 or 2 people all the way up to, I think it's like 8 or 9 or even more. So it's kind of custom to what you want. Hey, Clumsy Leopard. What's up? Hope you're having a good Monday. So then for certain weeks, you will have a window in which you can actually go and sort of preview what you're supposed to get and pick and choose what you do or do not want depending on the week. So here it goes. And then usually you can select your delivery day as well, so it's more convenient for when you want it. So this is today's box, using my handy dandy safety knife, and I have my it's no Vanna White, but I have my cute assistant over here as well. So depending on what you get, they're actually delivered by Imperfect food trucks themselves. It doesn't come like FedEx or UPS. So you'll actually get to see, and some of this stuff actually comes in refrigerated packaging if you order that kind of stuff. Some of it won't. So it always comes like a little bit packaged, but since it's not on FedEx, it's not entirely like smashed around. All right, so this week we have a good standby favorite, which is zucchini. So if you take a look at these, like some of these have little imperfections, but they're not anything bad, and I got these way cheaper than I would get from the grocery store itself. So and this is a perfect size. So I can use like one of these in one entree per day. So it's just a way to get fresh veggies delivered to you, especially in this time when you don't want to be going out and watching people touch their face and touch everything else. So, and then other than the zucchini, that's it for the vegetables that I got this week. I got some pears. These are red pears. So I don't typically eat pears, but they were a really good deal, and I thought, hey, why not? So if you guys have suggestions, taking them, I was hoping that it would be nice enough I might be able to go outside and grill these, because I've heard grilled pears are pretty good, warmed pears. So we might try something like that, depending on what the weather is this week. Today's weather was absolutely insane. It rains a little bit. It was sunny. It basically stormed its butt off here. So hail, wind, trash cans flying down the street, trees are down all over the place, electricity's out, all that kind of things. That was absolutely crazy. And it happened in the span of about 20 minutes. It just like a storm just rolled through here and trampled everything. So, and now it's beautifully sunny out. Absolutely crazy. So the next thing we have in here are lemons. I do typically have lemon juice in the refrigerator, but I'm actually all out right now. So this will allow me to sort of make anything with a lemony sauce right here. They're a little small, but I think that's the reason why they're here. But yeah, we got 3 fresh lemons. And then the last produce part of my package this week are these blood oranges. So again, I've never actually had blood oranges. I don't know what they taste like. I hope you can actually eat them like you would an orange. If not, I got some alcohol in the fridge. I could make some blood orange mimosas or something. So these aren't something I would normally try, but because the price was so attractive, I decided to just bite the bullet and try them this week. There's only 4 of them. Again, it's sort of economical. I can pick up 1 or 2, and if I don't like it, I didn't actually spend that much money on it. So that's what we have for our produce this week. So I put it all nice in a bowl. So, yep. And then I did the produce and meat package. So typically you'll get 1 to 3 portions of meat depending on the price and what's available. Everybody is ordering from this service recently, so getting certain items, you have to be quick about it, and they go out of stock really fast. So it can be a little harder to get certain things. So this week, I got bacon. So this is no sugar added, applewood smoked. I love the fact that on here, right here, it says, let me get this camera to focus for a second, not a low calorie food. So there you have it, folks, bacon, not a low calorie food. However, this is uncured bacon. It doesn't have nitrates or nitrates added. It's no hormones added, no antibiotics, no animal byproducts, and this one package is probably way more than we need for the 2 of us, but I can use this in several recipes, or I can just eat it for breakfast. So we don't normally get bacon. Normally a pack of bacon will last quite a while for us. This was a little bit smaller, and I think that not having any of the nitrates in it kind of makes it more attractive, at least for me, and it was the same, if not a little less than what I would spend at the supermarket locally. So here we have it. All right, I'm gonna get this off the counter, and then I'm gonna actually put that bacon in the fridge. So that actually came in a refrigerated type package. Hey Robbie, what's up? Yeah, we got bacon this week. So, what else did I get this week that is on the menu? So, this is my box from Home Chef. So, I've been actually alternating between Home Chef and HelloFresh. I got my first HelloFresh shipment last week. I've been doing Home Chef for over a year or two now. Love these meal kits. They're great. I can't say enough of good things about them. Hey, just got back from a road trip, tired as hell. Hey, super, with the 5 gift bomb. Thank you very much. So that's gonna be fun. Make sure to spam those Tiberius emotes in chat. The more Tiberius emotes that you spam, the more treats that he gets at the end of the stream. So, just FYI. Now there's emotes all over the stream. So, this is my package from Home Chef. If you guys, if you guys haven't tried a meal kit service and you want to get into sort of cooking or creative cooking and you don't know where to start, or you're like, I am a horrible cook, I don't know what to do, these are fantastic. They give you the exact ingredients, the exact quantities, the walkthrough steps. For a cook that is a beginner cook, I can't recommend them enough. What they do is they introduce you to flavor combinations that you may or may not like, and then what you can actually do is, wow, it's really windy here, so waiting a second. So what you can do is you can learn what you like in terms of a flavor profile, and then you can experiment with other ingredients at home or add ingredients or take things away if you don't like them. But again, cannot recommend these enough. Definitely try it. I do have some discount coupon codes for some of them somewhere. So if you wanted to try, them, let me know. I can see if I can get you a hookup. Again, this isn't sponsored or anything. I just have codes that might be able to get you some free meals or something. It's, again, but no pressure. Like, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Meal kits aren't for everyone, but for me, they're great because it's just the two of us, and a lot of things are sold in family 4-pack quantities, and it's basically like throwing money away when I have to get bigger packages of ingredients. So I'll just, these just work for me. So again, using our safety box knife. If you guys don't have one of these and you open a lot of boxes, I'd suggest looking into one. It's like a box cutter, but it's actually much safer. I've never cut myself with this. And it was very, very helpful when I was moving last year. I'm unpacking boxes. So this is your box. So the great thing about Home Chef is they've started becoming a little bit more environmentally friendly, and it comes in this sort of insulated container, which is now curbside recycling friendly, which I am so into. So usually you'll get your box, your menu items will be on top, and then your produce will be sort of in the middle here. Hey Joey, thank you for the follow. Your produce and sort of main ingredients will be on the top, and then on the bottom will be ice packs and your meat. So it's all in this like self-contained thing. The only thing that's a little scary is sometimes if it's been out in the heat for a few hours, but I've come home on 90-degree days when this has been sitting out for 2 or 3 hours and it's been fine. Everything has been either refrigerated or frozen. So this week's menu that I actually ordered are these Boom Boom fried fish tacos. So this is the kind of the sheet that you'll get. It's a little damage from being shoved in that box. So this is sort of the sheet that you'll get. You'll see it looking all pretty. I do not have one of these pretty taco plates. My tacos are designed to be messy and just eaten. And then on the back, it actually gives you further, deeper instructions, and it'll give you like this nice, pretty picture with each step. So again, if you're not comfortable with cooking, that's why I love these meal kits, because it actually says, here's what it is supposed to look like at this particular step, so that you know what you're supposed to do. And then it actually says like your ingredients list. So if you want to make something like this again, you can. And then our second meal this week are these Caprese steak strip mini flatbreads. These are great. So they, in each meal thing, they have some perks and some specialty things depending on what you want. Home Chef has these meals that are ready in like 15 minutes. So if you're on the go or you're just looking for like something quick, these are great because you really don't have to do anything but heat things up, throw it in the oven to finish, and then you're done. Yes, you were able to stop by. I'm excited. So again, like this one, super easy. It's 4 steps, and it's like little mini pizzas. They're great. And then pretty much everything is included that you need. So this is an example. I really like, Home Chef has great packaging. So these are what comes with the fried fish tacos. So every ingredient that you need, so your pineapple chunks, like the bok choy that comes with them, that you're doing, the different spices and stuff that you need. So like this, like I'm pretty sure this is white wine, but like you will never, like, why would I buy or waste an entire bottle of wine myself? Like, this is perfect. It comes exactly what I need to make the dish, and I don't have to overcomplicate things. It's great. See, Clumsy, like, you're probably not a bad cook, and like Robbie says, you have to start out small and then work out from there. I was scared. So the only reason why I got into cooking, other than that, I was raised with it, and my mom always cooked, and my dad actually cooked as well. But like, so I grew up as an athlete, and I had to sort of fend for myself and make myself dinner. And I used to get these, I actually used to get like the lean cuisine meals, and I literally, like, my dinner was in a microwave, and I was like, I can't just do this forever. So I started learning how to cook. Obviously one of the first things that I started with was pasta. It's one of the easiest things to start getting and understanding right, because it's box directions, and you start out with a marinara sauce, and then you see, oh, well, what happens if I add, fresh basil or garlic or that kind of thing. Like, and then I expanded. The second thing I actually learned how to make was eggs, which is one of the hardest things that you can make. Like, the mark of a true really good chef is learning how to make a perfectly cooked egg. So take that with a grain of salt. But I expanded. I cooked with my mom in the kitchen, so I picked up a lot of recipes and habits from her. I binge watched Food Network like you wouldn't believe. So a lot of inspiration that comes from the shows that I watch, and now it honestly comes from these meal kits. Provide a great base of ingredients that I can be like, I really don't like that flavor combo for me. I'll try it, or I'm gonna substitute it with something that I like. So that's what I usually end up doing. But yeah, everything that you need comes in these really very convenient produce bags that you can literally just put in your fridge, and then it's everything you need. You take that out of the fridge and you start prepping according to the directions. Hey Thunder, what's up? It is going. I'll be honest, today was a tough day at work. I struggled with an Excel sheet for several hours. It wouldn't save, it was corrupted, a macro broke. I can't even begin to tell you the other issues. So I'm pretty sure I spent 10 hours on one Excel sheet today, and I'm going bonkers. Luckily, there were some breaks in the storms today, so I was able to go for a walk, or I'd probably go crazy. I honestly am going crazy without the gym right now too, so pretty sure you guys can sympathize with that. And here's how the meat comes. They're individually portioned again so that you have exactly what you need for the amount of food that you're going to cook. And then it's actually in, I'll show you a little bit of this. It comes in those, see those little, the things that you used to get in your lunchbox? Those. So again, and these are even recyclable. That's again, one of the great things that I really like about Home Chef is that they've taken the steps to be more economically friendly. So throw this down, and then I'm actually just going to put this straight into the fridge. I put these in a specific drawer of my fridge. And then they're all ready for me when I'm hungry and ready to cook. What did you want for dinner?
Have the chat decide.
I don't even know what, I have like too many options. Alright. So I'll also put away the meat real quick. So that's sort of it that we have for the unboxing. I'm not sure exactly what I want to make for dinner yet. I could make one of the meals that I just got. These mini flatbreads actually look pretty good. So what do you think, chat? Do you think we should try making these real quick? It's a really quick recipe, so I don't think it should take much time. Hey Pat, thank you for the host. The last 3.5 months of my life has been working in Excel. Welcome to the last 3.5 years of my life working in Excel. I honestly don't know how I went from doing like testing and writing like logic reports and psych essays and multi-draft papers and like research, and then I'm in Excel talking about macros. So there's me. I say do it, cook all the things. All right, so we're just going to do this one. It's a really quick, easy way, and you can sort of see how these are intended to go. All right, so I'm not a huge fan of, so we're going to get into pizza / flatbread discussion for a second while I pull out this ingredients. I am a hardcore New York pizza fan. I'm a thin crust kind of gal. I don't have anything against Chicago, it's just not my thing. I am also going to grab one of these. I'm a huge, so I don't know who I've talked to about this, but I actually gave up soda. How many years ago was it? 4, 5?
5.
Yeah, 5 years ago, I think, I gave up soda. So these types of drinks, I haven't tried, I think I've tried bubbly once and it was okay. I don't like LaCroix or La Croix or whatever fancy. It's like fart water. Spindrift has been the best Spindrift has been the best option for me. So again, not sponsored, but if you haven't tried Spindrift, try it. It sort of gives me the experience of drinking a soda without making me feel kind of like jittery like soda does, and it's not overly sweet. And there's my little alarm. The Kirkland flavored sparkling water from like Costco. Also, hello Pat, how are you doing today? I hope you and your family are staying safe. I actually hope all of you and your families are staying safe. Where is this clean?
Yeah.
Alright. There's my house alarm right there. Okay, so the idea is to cook the steak strips and add the tomatoes to them. So this is a very short list of ingredients because it's one of the quick ones. So the flatbreads are actually naan. You get your mozzarella cheese, always badly needed crushed red pepper. You can hear him barking in the background. Tomato, marinara sauce, and basil pesto. So that's sort of the basics of what we'll be putting together. I might add 1 or 2 fresh ingredients from my garden. We'll see. So we're going to heat up the skillet. This is just your typical. I'm gonna shift this over a little bit. This is just the typical 8-inch nonstick skillet. Put the heat to medium high, and add some extra virgin olive oil because that is obviously we're going in an Italian direction tonight, so we'll start with that. And then I'm going to slice this tomato into little, this is a half-inch dice, so we're gonna dice this tomato. We definitely are staying safe. You started working from home today, isn't that great? It's exactly the same as the Ice brand waters. I like the Ice brand waters. Sometimes they're a little too sweet. So I might have to try the Kirkland brand, but like when you get one of those, you have to get like 50. So if you end up not liking a flavor, you're sort of screwed. You haven't left your property in 3 weeks? Oh boy. I think I drove to Canadian Tire with my wife 3 weeks ago and didn't get out of the car. Like the extent of your exposure to people. Honestly, good on you guys. I had to run out to Target this weekend to get stuff. I'm going to try and be as positive about this as possible. There are a lot of people that seem to have these N95 masks that aren't in like medical gear, and it worries me. End of June. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm hoping that we figure this stuff out by June. I don't know. So this is going to be a little sizzly. So we're supposed to just sort of heat this meat up. Wow, I don't know how great that sounds. I'm going to throw some oregano on here. I gotta do it for my man Knifelex. He says gotta throw oregano on things. I don't know. That's just for him. Minimally, I mean, the best part is that you can work from home. I think it's sort of been a revelation to a lot of people and a lot of companies that they can have remote workers still getting high efficiency jobs done. You gotta break the meat up a little bit. This is like a slightly thicker cut version of a cheesesteak, how cheesesteak strips become, so. So I'm gonna let that keep going and finish dicing my tomato over here. Yes, oregano badly needed. Yeah, like I honestly think it's great for those people who can remote work. It sucks for a lot of the people that can't. A lot of people have lost their jobs in this situation, and here in the US, while we have that stimulus coming and that unemployment coming, I know that a lot of states haven't been great about getting back to people who've applied for it. So I think it's frustrating a lot of people right now who are trying to do the right thing and staying home and you know, providing, you know, trying to be safe, and they can't get the money that they need to live. So it's a tough situation for everyone. Alright, so we have our tomato dice. I'm going to let this brown up a little bit more before I add that. And then I'm just going to add the tiniest amount of salt. So this is meat. Salt is a very difficult subject. When it comes to salt and sometimes even pepper, I prefer to just add as little as possible, and you let whoever's eating actually add for you. So, again, it's a very divisive topic, but some people can't have a lot of salt. So again, I'd rather just make it so that everyone can enjoy, even with people who are trying to avoid it, and they can add it to taste afterwards. We're just going to throw in this tomato. I cannot wait until summer. I have a tomato plant outside. Hopefully the storm didn't blow it away. Robbie is saying, waiting to hear back about 2 jobs, and they all stopped hiring for now. I know. Like, this is the worst time to want to try and job hunt or anything like that. Unless your job is, of course, in an Amazon warehouse or a grocery delivery. So I am not going to try and par bake these flatbreads. I like I don't like hugely crispy flatbread. So I'm going to skip that part. Again, if you like crispier flatbread, follow the directions. But I am going to prep my baking sheet. There's only 4 of them, so I don't need a huge one, just plain baking sheet. And then I'm pretty sure I picked up this aluminum foil at Costco over a year ago, and it's still not halfway done, and I love it. It has the easy rippable teeth there, and Very convenient. Definitely recommend if you have a Costco nearby. So I'm just going to go a little off course and add some garlic to this. Can you add me some parsley, please, from the yard? Yes, I'm such a rebel for orange garlic. Sorry, Bob. Alright, so here's the amount of garlic I like to use in everything. I am like one of those people that's like, what do you mean 1 clove of garlic? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. We're just gonna throw some garlic in there. And then I'm having Super grab some fresh parsley out from the herb garden. Hopefully that's still intact from the storm we had today. Usually get the big jar. Yep, 1 clove at a time. Yes, there we go. That's the smell that we want. And then I'm also going to add our crushed red pepper. Because a lot of spices and stuff that you get, they're activated by oil. So you have to saute them and heat them up in order to get the actual spice out. Hey, Legend X good with the host! The dog is looking like, what the heck just happened? Hey Legend, thank you again for the host. So happy that you got to stop by this evening. Alright, so the last thing we're going to add to this meat mixture is the marinara sauce that they provided. Again, I sort of already beefed it up myself, so I'm not going to add too much more to this. I'm just going to try and get it all out of the little container. And this is what's great about these, like, one, you can reuse these containers if you really want to. But two, they give you the perfect amount that you need for the recipe. So if it's not something you really want to have on hand, or something that you just are trying out, you don't have to buy the whole thing. You don't have to buy this version of the marinara sauce. You get the little one that you can just use it. If you don't like it, you can just chuck it and say, nope, not for me. So I'm just going to mix this in until everything's heated up. And then we're going to start actually assembling our little flatbreads down here. You just got up to eat. Well, perfect timing. All right, so these are our little mini flatbreads. They're the little non things. And this is kind of cool because you can definitely pick these up at the grocery store and easily remake this dish. So here you go. Just setting them down on my I'm trying to like figure out how to set this up right, but it's not going as well as I hoped. I really need one of them like extension arms things. I mention it every stream. I'll figure it out eventually. So the idea with these is that I'm gonna grab an oven mitt real quick too. The idea with these is that you take this lovely marinara meat mixture and you evenly distribute it on each flatbread. So sort of like pizza. I guess you can't really call it a pizza because it's not certain ingredients. I don't know. Marinara sauce and cheese and a dough sort of screams pizza to me, so. And there's a nose right below to catch anything that might fall onto the floor. You want some flatbread, bud? Yeah. You want some flatbread. I also hope you guys are enjoying the tunes today. I picked a Spotify. This is called Electro Jazz. I thought it was just something different and interesting. So again, I really like it. So if you guys have any suggestions on what's good cooking music, I think that jazz is great to cook to. Maybe one of these days I'll have to see if Jazz's album is on Spotify and we can listen to that and make a meal together. So this is the, I guess, star of the show. You get to top all of these with mozzarella. I wish I had more than what I do right now. Because I'm also a huge cheese freak. I love cheese. I have like 4 or 5 different kinds of cheese in the fridge alone right now, and that's just because we're in quarantine. If not, I would definitely have more. So here are our lovely pizzas, or flatbreads, and these are all prepped and ready to go into the oven. So we are going to actually broil these really quickly. I was, and I still am, very, very, very nervous about using the broiler. Things can go from done to burnt in about 3 seconds flat in a broiler like that. So it's sort of like guesswork until you really know your oven back to front. So I'm just gonna broil these real quick for about a minute, and then we'll see from there what that looks like and what we should do next. Who's hoarding cheese? I mean, I just haven't gotten the kinds that I've really liked, or as much as I really liked because of this quarantine. Typically I have several different kinds of cheese. I'll have American cheese for sandwiches and lunch meat, some sharp cheddar, which is good for, that's actually what I use in a lot of Mexican blends, but also queso fresco. And then on top of that, I have mozzarella cheese, which I'll obviously use in pizzas and stuff like that, and sometimes sharp provolone, which again, it goes with certain meals. And then sometimes I'll have some kind of other cheese that I'll use as a, I dropped peppers all over the floor, and I'm really hoping the dog does not try and eat them. And then I'll have some other kinds of cheese for like cheese and crackers. I love cheese when I'm in, oh, that's tough. All right, so we are going to let this go for 60 more seconds. Almost there, but it's not quite there yet. So I'm just gonna throw these in the recycling. They are recyclable. And then I'm just going to cut up the fresh parsley from our yard that Super was kind enough to grab me. I am so excited to be able to use herbs that I'm growing in my cooking. Like, I don't know, I'm nerdy about it. I don't know, I love it. So this is just going to be a little bit extra of a garnish. If I had basil, I'd actually cut up little ribbons of basil, but I don't. I've been looking for a basil plant, and they've been out the last couple times that I've had them. So eventually, hopefully, we'll get some basil into the equation. But we'll be putting this pesto on top as well. So these are pretty good. I'm gonna turn this off. Grab my handy dandy oven mitt. Actually, oven mitts, because if you know me by now, And here is our melty flatbread situation currently. So I'm just gonna add a dash of pesto to each one of these, and then top everything with our fresh parsley as just an added garnish. So the pesto, I think, is bringing some of the fresh, that basil, that hint of fresh basil and some acidity that's kind of probably needed in this dish. You could probably also do some kind of like balsamic glaze would be good with these, but you know, I was trying to stick as close as possible to the original instructions for at least this demo, and hopefully giving you sort of an idea of what it's like with these meal kit with these meal kit things that you can get on a weekly basis. So we'll just finish it up with that parsley, and we are all set. I'll just bring this over to the camera since I didn't bring my extender today. And here's our finished product. All warm and ready to go into my belly. And I'm gonna pair it with my nice lemon spindrift. It would probably also go well with a nice red wine too. If you're looking for wine pairings, I don't really know much about wines except that I'm a sweet wine person, so we'll go with that. So that's actually all I have for you guys today. That unboxing was actually super fun. I hope you guys learned a little bit, or you know, got some ideas for some menus. We went over the meal kit thing, and we cooked a really quick steak flatbread. So hopefully you guys are now hungry for more. If you haven't yet and you're sitting there in the chat, make sure to follow. And you can follow me on Twitter for more food photos and fun, and to get notified when I go live. I appreciate all of the subs and the chat, and all of your support, especially over the past few weeks. This situation is easy for no one, including myself, and being able to see you guys and interact with you guys on stream and loving the dishes is really actually brings a smile to my day. So thank you guys so much. I will see you guys later. Thanks again for joining.